I make 'em clap it up, clap it up, now clap it up.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
For the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Rolling to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. With Charles in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 53 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. No good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. So he missed his long field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Pushes him over, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll take this ahead for about 4, second down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot of, and the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll buy some time right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Take it at the 37. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his second touchdown on the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll power his way up near the 25.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, 2nd quarter in D.C. And it's Washington out to an early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance? And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
His throw incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Lance. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And getting it's just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down now, but that clock rolling. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Gets this one to Juszczyk. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on 3rd down. Lance looks to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Now Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Lance again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And Gold is able to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're... get right back to it. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. To return it, Darius Phillips. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Bengals Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack on first down, Burrow. And this one is incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, Mike, hold it in.
Defense.
So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Pettis now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. DJ Reader. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket. And
it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Now the Bengals on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pettis now on the return. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one, but let's face it, if you're going to go out there...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in,
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Delant's going to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 79 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they will take a knee here. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs.